lifestyle training on 10 ways to naturally boost your mood. So, we all feel blue or we all feel down from time to time. And I really believe as a nutritionist that food and supplements can play a really important role in helping us lift our moods and improve our outlook on life. So I'm going to go through 10 different ways that you can start to naturally lift your moods. Okay. So let's take a look. This one here, we really want to have a variety of food. Now, not only does a healthy diet help for you to control your waistline, but smarter food choices may also help with any symptoms of depression. The best nutritional plan to prevent depression is likely to have a variety of food. So that is our tip number one. And that is plenty of vegetables, plenty of fruits. We have our whole grains, our nuts, our beans, foods that are rich in omega fatty acids, as well as our good quality protein. So while you increase these healthy foods, you also need to cut down on the processed and prepackaged foods that people do eat. So there's a lot of science out there, and according to the dietary recommendations for depression that was actually published in August 2015 in the Journal of Nutritional Neuroscience. So really recommends food variety, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, protein, and omega fatty acids as well. Now, I think that meal prep is a great way for you to help stay prepared because it's just so important from an organizational point of view. And especially if you're feeling low, if you have good, healthy food that's there and ready in the fridge and in the freezer, then it's going to help fuel you for success a little bit more. Now, not everybody has the time to cook and prepare healthy food all the time. So sometimes we need a little bit of extra help as well. And this is where the MOA comes in for that extra help. So as for me, I love using the MOA just to give me that natural energy boost as well as boosting my moods. So this formula is 100% natural. We have won so many awards for it as well. So it is the one-of-a-kind liquid nutritional supplement that contains 36 superfoods from around the world. So MOA has the unique whole foods, purees, and concentrates. So it's not a powder at all. This is all liquid concentrates. So these are harvested from ingredients that are valued for their health promoting properties, both locally. Do you know what? There's an ingredients here like the bergamot from Italy, or we have more exotic ingredients like noni fruit, which is from Asia. Now, the MOA is preserved with a natural preservative called Natrix. And Natrix is an award-winning preservative exclusive to RX. And it is herbs, essential oils, and probiotic cultures mixed together as a natural preservative, and that is what naturally preserves the moa. Now, it also contains the bergavit, and bergavit is the bergamot fruit, which I said actually comes from Italy. It supports all over health, but really good for boosting your moods as well. Another ingredient in the moa is the bioperine. Bioperine is like the black pepper pepperine, and it helps to increase the bioavailability of all nutrients that you have. So it helps to increase the ingredients of the moa through the lining of the stomach, so you absorb more. But also with all the foods that you're eating with more variety, the bioperine in the moa also helps with that increased bioavailability. So it's a fantastic product to take all the time. So the next point now is I want to talk about staying hydrated. Every system in the human body counts on water to function, and the brain is no exception. In fact, about 75% of the brain tissue is water. So research has linked dehydration to depression and anxiety because mental health is driven primarily by your brain's activity. So dehydration causes brain functioning to slow down and not function properly as well. So it is important to think of water as a nutrient that your brain needs. So we know that it zaps your brain's energy and your body's energy. And it also impedes your brain's serotonin function. So when we take a look at the energy production of your brain, your brain needs this type of energy to be efficient and for us to think properly. So a lot of mood disorders result from a type of dysfunction that can be categorized as depression. So let's take a look at the dehydration impedes your brain's serotonin production. So depression is frequently related to levels of serotonin that are below the standard. So serotonin is critical for the neurotransmitters that affect our mood. And serotonin is created from the amino acid tryptophan, which sufficient water is needed to create the tryptophan. So you start to get a picture of how hydration is really linked to boosting our moods. So dehydration can also negatively impact other amino acids, resulting in feelings of anxiety and irritability. So let's take a look. Dehydration also increases the stress in your body. So stress is one of the most prominent contributing factors to depression, along with this sense of powerlessness and inability to cope with the stressors. And dehydration is the number one cause of stress in your body. So in fact, it's this self-perpetuating cycle. Dehydration causes stress, and stress causes dehydration. When you're stressed, your adrenal glands produce extra cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And under this chronic stress, your adrenal glands can become exhausted, resulting in lower electrolyte levels. So drinking sufficient amounts of water can reduce the negative psychological and physiological impacts of stress. Okay, so all in all, we need to drink more water. Okay, I say it, I think, almost in every webinar. But what we need to do is we also need to take a look at how toxic levels in water can alter our moods. So look, a lot of us recognize the environmental exposure to toxins can lead to disease. So there is so much scientific evidence that certain exposure can lead to both temporary and long-term psychiatric symptoms and illness. So it is really important that we detect these toxins in our drinking water. And that can be heavy metals like mercury, arsenic, manganese, pesticides, PCBs. These are all linked to mood disorders, including depression and bipolar and just a lower depressed mood. It can also lead to insomnia and fatigue. So, now is the time, if you're feeling low or if you're feeling depressed, to take a look at your water source. Food and supplements are great, but with our brain being 75% water, it's super important to take a look at what our water source is. So this is where we have the Purity water filtration system. And I just think this is incredible, and everyone should have this. Drinking fresh, pure water on the go without the cost, of the bottled water is so important. And the best water purification bottle, is wonderfully available to all of us. It's perfectly designed to, just take anywhere. I take it everywhere, in the car, when I go shopping, when I'm at my desk, when I'm traveling. I just bought a new one today for my daughter who's going to university. They are wonderful, wonderful gifts. So, whether you fill it up from tap water or pond water or a puddle, if you're going on a hike, the Purity triple filter will remove everything that you don't want. It leaves nothing but pure, clean water that is 99.99% free from chemicals. It is just unbelievable. So it also removes microbial and radioactive contamination. And the patented filter can remove 99.99% of bacteria, of viruses, don't mention corona, protozoa, and can remove the chlorine and also the heavy metals I mentioned before, like the mercury and zinc that can build up in the system. So it is so easy to drink from it, as well as it being 100% FDA approved for the BPA-free plastic. So my tip number 3 is around essential fatty acids. So there's growing evidence that suggests that omega-3 supplements abundant in fish oils such as sardines, salmon, and mackerel may play a role in the brain functioning. With deficiencies in omega-3 fatty acids, they are really linked to mental health problems. Now, this is something that I've been working with clients with, since 2004, using essential fatty acids to really help boost your mood. So healthy brain and nerve cells depend on omega-3 because the nervous system is made mostly of fats. So the signal that travels through our body flesh, feelings, thoughts, commands to our body, skips along the cells, and it has like a little line of fat. So that's the transmitter of the messages. So omega-3 fatty acids are those building blocks of the brain. So it's just immensely important. Now, brain cell membranes are about 20% fatty acids. So it's crucial we use them. And they're called essential fats because our body doesn't make its own essential fatty acids. We cannot produce it ourselves. So we must get it from our diet. And this is where the problem is. Because we're busy, because we don't eat the variety of food, we are not getting the amounts of essential fatty acids needed to really activate our brains. So this is why I take Omega Q every single day, every day. And I just think it is one of the greatest supplements. It is quite a large capsule. So you can see here, it really is a big dose of omega-3 essential fatty acids mixed with coenzyme Q10. And it is really one of the best omega supplements I've ever used. So individually, it's a great product. We have your omega-3 fatty acids and the CoQ10, which is pre-converted to an active form called ubiquinol. So again, your body naturally produces coenzyme Q10, but it declines around the age of 40, dramatically declines. So if anybody listening to this webinar is above the age of 40, me, then you must be taking this product and probably the BioPro-Q as well, okay? Which I actually take both of them because they really help to promote such great positive moods, which is what we need. Now, the omega-3 essential fatty acids has both EPA and DHA, two kinds of essential fatty acids. And the benefits of having omega-3 ranges from a healthy heart to combating depression and combating other mental health issues that there are. So it really is a fantastic feel-good supplement. And just to reiterate, your body doesn't make its own essential fatty acids. So we must be having it in our diet and using supplementation to really help as well. So let's take a look here. We have a healthy flow of, just a second, a healthy flow of calories. This, again, is something we forget. You know, we are so busy living life, working, maybe, just being busy, that we're not shopping properly and we're not planning our meals properly. And therefore, we are not getting a healthy flow of calories. So it's really important for that. So let's take a look at some great ways we can get some good flow of calories. So take a look at eating your greens, okay? Spinach and other green leafy vegetables contain the B vitamins folate. Although the connection isn't fully understood, but the science says that low folate levels have been consistently associated with depression in research. So there was a study that I read from 2017, published in the Journal of Psychiatric Research. And it said that people with depression had lower blood levels of folate and lower dietary intake of folate compared to those who didn't have depression. So again, taking a look at eating your greens to boost your mood sounds like a great idea to me, a really good idea. So when you take a look at folate deficiency also impairs your metabolism of serotonin, dopamine, and the neurotransmitters that help our brain, okay? So it's really interesting that we understand the connection between low folate and depression and mental health. So again, eating your greens is so important. So I've also found that several studies found that the greater vegetable and fruit consumption was linked with better moods. And I think that's obvious. The healthier food we eat, the healthier our brain is, and the better mood we are in. So if we want to have that positive mood boost, definitely have your greens. Now let's also take a look at the consumption of probiotics. So probiotic supplements were found to improve both the gut symptoms of people with depression and people with irritable bowel, IBS. And this was a study that I read about in the gastroenterology study in 2017. So these are really good new studies that are linking all of the healthy food and supplements to boosting your mood and eliminating or alleviating depression and anxiety. So other ways that you can help is by eating at regular intervals. Don't skip meals, okay? Please don't skip meals. Eating at different times and skipping meals can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster. And if your blood sugar level drops, then you might feel tired, irritable, and depressed. So we want to keep the blood sugar levels even by maintaining that healthy flow of calories throughout the day. And I have a really simple solution to help. And that is using the Giving Greens, okay? So the Giving Greens, for those of you who haven't tried it, it's a whole food vegetable sprouted seed supplement that is in a powder. So we can just get like a scoop here. It's in a powder. And so you can just mix it with water and 2 pounds of vegetables in every serving. Smells really good. It smells really yummy, making me hungry at night. But the great thing is that those 2 pounds of vegetables per serving is only 15 calories. So it's a really great supplement to take any time of the day, just to keep your moods boosted. And it has a really rich base of spinach, alfalfa, and chlorella. Also combined with broccoli, carrots, tomato, peppers, cauliflower, parsley, and it provides your system with exceptional nutrition. And it's something that I have been adding to my smoothies every day. So today I did a banana, blueberry, mango smoothie mixed with water, and I added 2 scoops of Giving Greens. It was fantastic. So it also has the superfruits. We have the goji berries, the blueberries, and the acerola combined with a little bit of cinnamon. So it's a beautiful flavor, packed with nutrients, and also has hard-working enzymes. So if you want to keep full during the day, and you want to keep it low calorie, and you want to really help your gut with prebiotics, probiotics, and enzymes, then please give Giving Greens a try as well. Okay, so we're going to move on to number 5. So also to help boost your mood system, it's about thinking positive. Now, positive thinking can be achieved through a few different techniques. And it's been proven effective to have positive sort of images and visions, as well as positive self-talk. So I have a few tips here that can really help. So we want to get the brain kind of trained in a positive way. And this can sometimes take time. So number 1 for me is practicing a gratitude journal. So practicing gratitude has been shown to reduce stress, improve self-esteem, and to keep you really resilient in difficult times. You know, think of people and think of moments or think of things that bring you some kind of comfort and happiness, and express that gratitude at least once a day. So it could be, thanking a coworker. It could be thanking your family member for washing the dishes, or, just your upline helping you. And I use a gratitude journal. So I write in this every single day. And I have I have my little thank yous written in many languages. Thank you, arigato, merci, gracias, danke, grazie. And I love thanking all my friends and family in lots of different countries. So again, please use a gratitude journal to help you think nice and positive as well. It really boosts your immune system. So number 2 is around daily positive quotes and affirmations. So I start my day every day on a positive note. So it's like creating a ritual. So you start the day uplifted. And here's a few ideas, okay? So you can tell yourself it's going to be a great day, and use a positive affirmation. Or you can listen to a happy and positive song or playlist. So on your phone, maybe start your day with music that's really uplifting. You can share your positivity by giving compliments or doing something nice for somebody. And you can go into some of the RX leaders' daily positive and motivational talks. Now, I love them. They do them live on Facebook and live on Instagram. And you just sometimes have that little bit of inspiration that just lifts your mood and helps you feel fantastic as well. And for me, I also like to stay focused on good things, okay? You know, we all have challenging situations and obstacles. It's a part of life. And when you're faced with one, focus on the good things, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant that good thing is. If you focus on it, it will help. So, for example, if someone cancels plans, focus on how it frees your time up to catch up on an RX webinar and learn more about the products. So again, stay positive in every situation. And then finally, I love this saying. The saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So it is so important to surround ourselves with people who have a big influence on us. And again, they can really help with focusing our life. And it was Jim Rohn who said that. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So make sure they are awesome because you deserve it. So again, if we want some more energy to help with that mental clarity and keep our positive energy up, then look no further than Rejuvenex. You know, this signature array of antioxidants with natural superfoods and superfruit extracts are just a wonderful natural energy enhancer. Sharpens that mental focus and clarity and just elevates that feeling of positivity. You have different types of berries. We have mangosteen, we have noni, we have sea buckthorn, goji berry, and acai berry, as well as the green coffee bean extract and L-theanine. Again, these ingredients are so potent that they are just wonderful natural energy boosters. And I love using them when I travel, because sometimes my energy can be a little bit lower when we travel. So it's important. And when I was in Ireland and did the RX Live presentations, I used the Rejuvenex to keep my energy high all day. So again, you can use it as a daily supplement, or you can use them for short amounts of times when you're traveling or when you have an important presentation to give and you need your energy really high. So it's just great to have in your supplement box. So let's take a look at number 6. So smile. It's so simple, but it's so important. So another saying goes, life is like a mirror. Smile at it and it smiles back at you. And that's so true. You know, just smiling at a family member, smiling over a Zoom call is just wonderful. You know, it says it takes more muscles to frown than smile. So smile. Look, there's no hard scientific evidence here that smiling is going to change your life. But do you know what? There is a lot of anecdotal evidence to say that smiling helps to reduce stress. So, you know, if it makes you feel better, then I think it's great. You know, you might want to just trick your brain, right? Smiling can play a trick on your brain into happiness and boost your health. So you want it to release those tiny molecules, those neuropeptides that help fight stress. And, you know, for me, I want to put a non-toxic smile forward. So what I'm going to recommend is that everyone uses the Revive toothpaste to make sure that your smile is the best smile ever. I've been using the Revive toothpaste for ages. It is, and for those of you who came on the Revive webinar, you know, I talk a lot about this toothpaste because it is 100% non-toxic. It is non-foaming, so you have to get used to using a toothpaste that doesn't actually foam. So because it's made completely of natural peppermint essential oils and vanilla, as well as a calcium carbonate, it gives you this beautiful, clean, fresh breath. Don't worry, I'm not going to brush my teeth. But, you know, it is chemical free, and something that I believe you do not want chemicals in your mouth. And those harsh chemicals can give you ulcers in your mouth. And so using the Revive non-toxic toothpaste will bring a beautiful smile to everyone who uses it. Great, so let's take a look at exercise. So look, super important to move. The body is just meant to move all the time. So you can do any type of stress busting exercise, but you know, it's proven that people who exercise regularly have fewer symptoms of depression and anxiety than those who don't exercise. That's a fact. The more we move, the better we feel. So what I want people to do is, you know, grab a yoga mat or, you know, any other type of mood boosting exercise. So for me, yoga is amazing, and there's a lot of good science around it. It also helps you relax, but can also help stretch your sore muscles at the same time. And studies have actually found that yoga can reduce the feelings of anxiety and depression. So if you're feeling tense, then, you know, grab a yoga mat and get a yoga flow workout. So number two, you know, if you feel you have this brain fog, then again, you might want to grab some weights. So weightlifting. So a study that I found said that lifting weights can improve your cognitive brain function. So I want everyone lifting lots of weights now. And again, I think it's just one of those great all-round ways to get our body to move. Then again, if you're feeling frustrated, you know, sometimes I sit at my desk and on the whole, I have great days, but there are some days that are super frustrating, and everyone has them. So what do? I like to do cardiovascular in that time. So, you know, walking, I do my beach walking, I do my cycling, and I do a little bit of running. So this kind of strength training is really good for getting the frustrations out. And plus, I love to do it outside. Getting exercise outside gives you that vitamin D. And vitamin D is known as the sunshine vitamin. So vitamin D is made naturally in our body when the skin is exposed to the sun's ultraviolet B rays. So, you know, in the past few years, there's a lot of research that suggests that vitamin D can increase the levels of serotonin. Serotonin is one of the key neurotransmitters that influence our moods. And a deficiency in vitamin D is now linked to mood disorders, especially the seasonal affective disorder, SAD, SAD disorder. So if you want to, you know, now that it's getting dark at like 7 p.m. here in the UK, which in midwinter it gets dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that's enough to make anyone feel depressed, right? Absolutely. So it's really, really important that we start using the Magna-Cal D. So Magna-Cal D is something that again, I take on a daily basis to keep my vitamin D levels high. Yes, I go outside exercising, but I also keep the levels high. But it also, Magna-Cal D delivers this bioavailable form of calcium, magnesium, and you need the D3 for the calcium absorption. But then you also have the K2 that is in the supplement to help pull all the ingredients from the blood into the bones as well. So not only is it a great supplement for healthy bones, it's a great supplement for boosting your mood as well. So Magna-Cal D can be taken whether you're taking the optimal range or not. The optimals also have a little bit of vitamin D in it, but the Magna-Cal D has a higher dose and with the other nutrients that I think is more beneficial, especially if you're exercising, Right, has anyone here tried aromatherapy? I hope so. So those of you who have been on my Prime Essential Oil webinars know that I wrote chapters 8 to 14 in the book, Teach Yourself Aromatherapy. It is one of my passions because I think for some people it could be a missing link. So essential oils are concentrates of plant extracts, and they serve many medicinal purposes from, being a mosquito repellent to help with back or neck pain. And a lot of people use them to support their moods in a positive way. And that's how I love using them. And so it's important. I've talked about it a lot in the book, and I love using the Prime Essential Oil range. So the two oils that I use to boost my immune system are the Calm Oil, which is this one here. So Calm Oil smells wonderful. I love it. Use it on my pillow at night. There's so many ways that you can use this in a bath, in a pillow. Again, it's got gentle lavender, which also is mixed with neroli, valerian, and a damask rose. And it eases that restlessness we feel. So it can actually help alleviate the feelings of anxiety, and it promotes peace and tranquility. So, this is a perfect bedtime oil. Or if you're feeling anxious at your desk, or if you're nervous about giving a presentation, the calm oil, it would be a really good all-round addition to your regime. Now, the next oil is Escape, the yellow one. So Escape really helps to uplift our mood. I use Escape in my office because I really like the fragrance, obviously, but it has these more therapeutic oils like frankincense and Roman chamomile and spearmint, and all of these just ease tension. And so if you're working in your office, you want to ease the tension. If you ease the tension, you will automatically lift your mood. And excuse me, that's why I love using the Escape in the office, which I think is really, really important. So how do I use the Prime Essential Oils? As I said, you can use them topically. You can, rub them onto your neck, a little bit on your nose, so you're breathing it in. You can make a diffusion if you have a diffuser. You can use it in massage, or you can add it to a compress. The other way I like to do it is, this has a little bit of water and a couple of drops of calm oil. And so sometimes I'll just spray it around. So it's infused in me and I smell great. I smell like calm. So there's so many ways you can be creative around using the products. They're amazing. So let's take a look now at balancing your body, because this is also really important for balancing the body and balancing the hormones especially, okay? So your hormones are like little chemical messengers that tell our body to do certain processes. And, they can get out of balance really easily. And then it has this knock-on effect for your health to decline. And that can be your physical health, it can be your emotional health, or it can be your mental health. And it can affect your moods just with how your hormones are balanced. So anxiety, depression, low moods, and mood swings are all symptoms of imbalances in your thyroid, in your adrenal glands, and in your sex glands. So we want to be eating a rich diet of whole foods, which I spoke about as my number one, right? Focusing on proteins, healthy fats, fruits and vegetables that give our body the vitamins and minerals that we can help function properly. And if you need a little bit of help with your hormones, then I just adore the Elite. And, it brings out some really great testimonials at the moment. So one of the favorite ingredients in here is the adaptogen called ashwagandha. And then we have astaxanthin as well. So astaxanthin is the red pigment that can be in seafood, so lobster, shrimp, has the red color, and also red sea algae. It's a very high antioxidant and reduces inflammation. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb which will help balance the hormones. So again, if you need some hormone balancing, then I would suggest having 1 pouch of Elite on a daily basis, and it will really help to lift those moods naturally. Now, my number 10 is about sleeping well and getting enough sleep. And, you know, again, super important as an all-round. Getting enough sleep and the right type of sleep is just vital for all over health and well-being. So, you know, while you sleep, your body works to support that healthy brain function and maintain our physical health. So sleep is how the bodies and the mind grows and develops. So when you don't get enough sleep, you feel tired, right? Exhausted. You find it hard to concentrate and remember things, and you might be a bit grumpy and in a bad mood. So lack of sleep can also impair your judgment and impact your physical coordination. So again, it's important to get enough sleep, which will really help. And so what we want is to really help with that. And I love the day and night drops. Now, when we back up, as well as helping to contribute with balancing our hormones, as I mentioned in number 9, the night drops will also help benefit our sleep and just alleviate our moods naturally. And, you know, the day and night drops are made 100% natural ingredients that are proven to control our appetite and positively affect our hormones to help with any hunger and cravings as well. And I just think the night drops have transformed the sleep of a lot of my clients. And if you're having problems sleeping, then definitely try adding this into your regime to give you a really good night's sleep. So let's take a fantastic recap. We have been through so much information here this evening. So we want to be doing all of these. Number 1, we want to eat a variety of food. And try MOA as well to increase the vitamin and mineral and food variety in our lives. Number 2, we need to stay hydrated and have the purest water, you know, giving our brain, which is 75% at least water, giving it what it needs to help with alleviating any anxiety and stress. Number 3, we need to eat more essential fatty acids. So we have oily fish. We also have nuts and seeds. But I really believe that you should try the Omega Q, because the Omega Q will really help with all of the essential fatty acids that the body doesn't make, keep those levels nice and high. Number 4 is maintaining the healthy flow of calories throughout the day. And if you need, add the Giving Greens. Since I've been using the Giving Greens, I'm staying fuller for longer and I'm getting more nutrients into my body that's still very low calorie. Number 5 is about thinking positive. We always want to stay and think positive, and remember to use your gratitude journal if you can as well. And if you want that extra brain power and mental clarity, then also add in the Rejuvenex, which you will really feel the benefits almost instantly. Within half an hour, I can feel the Rejuvenex starting to work. Then I always want you to put your best smile forward, please, and smile and just brighten someone's day. And also using the greatest non-toxic toothpaste to keep your mouth clean and your oral hygiene and regime the best. We want to be exercising outside as much as possible so we can get the sunshine, making that vitamin D from the UVB rays. So also adding the Magna-Cal D to your regime to alleviate any muscle soreness, but to also get the amount of vitamin D we need during the winter, especially when we don't get as much sunshine and we want to keep our moods really high. I also want you to try the aromatherapy and the prime essential oil range to fill in the gap that good nutrition and good supplementation might be missing. This could be your missing link. So please try the Calm Oil and the Escape Oil. Then you can take a look at balancing your hormones. You can do it naturally through the variety of diet, and you can try the Elite, which will also help with that as well. Then finally, we want to be getting plenty of sleep. I want you waking up feeling fantastic. And when we sleep well, it makes a huge difference. And I know the day and night drops has transformed many people's good night's sleep. So as always, I always love finishing on a testimonial. I want to thank everyone this evening for joining us. I know we had about 1,700 people registered for the call this evening, which is fantastic. So as always, the RX products are the best and most effective and the safest products I've ever personally seen and used. I'm thrilled to recommend them to my clients, my friends, my family. And as you all know, I take them all on a daily basis to help me feel the best I can. So thank you very much, everyone. Wishing you a wonderful evening. And I look forward to seeing you next month for 2 new presentations. And we'll see you then.
Thank you, Barbara. You're amazing.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Oh, and thank you to the wonderful translators. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, you're more than welcome. Thanks to everyone.